Stephane Roche, the complicated author. We are here in Montreal. Season finale. I left my heart in Montreal. The significance of the scene in the statue is Toussaint Louverture, one of the Haitian leader revolution that led to our independence in January 1st, 1804. And also the significance that relates to my grandmother is that she was born in Haiti and all my ancestors came from Haiti. So, with that being said, they were having issues with the government over there, so she had to ship them to Canada really fast. So when they got here, ever since then, everybody's been living a prosperous, lovely life. So Grandma, I thank you, and I finally left my heart in Montreal. This is Stephane Roche, the complicated author. We are here, Canal, Montreal. I left my heart in Montreal. It's the season finale of the show Writing My Soul Away Season 1. This is the extended version of the original poem in the books called Dreams Are Poetic of I Left My Heart in Montreal. Grandma Tete, I want to tell you thank you. I want to thank you for all the incredible times you spent with us. Your presence, your smile, the way you have impacted us individually. You made us feel important in every aspect of the way. You being gone is something I cannot stomach at this time. Hard to process. But staring at your pictures through all of the photo albums is something that will brighten our day. Your dedication to God Almighty have always paved the way. I wrote my soul away to you to show you that your grandson Fafan has came a long way. I remember grabbing the wall with the 2 casts on my foot. You would look at me with open arms to encourage me to make a move. I wasn't able to walk like every other individual. My walking was delayed, but without her, Lord knows where I would be. I looked down and looked into your eyes with such comfort and felt like I could confide to walk into your arms with the both cast on my foot. At the moment, I didn't care about the doctor's instructions having me sit down all day. But staring into your eyes, Grandma, is something that I will never overlook. These trees, the fresh air, the natural weather automatically brings you into my thoughts. We would take park trips all the time after dinner was done. We would then run back home and eat our snacks and take a shower and get to bed. It was 5 of us under your care at the moment. But remembering there's no favorite grandchild, we all had our unique relationship with you. Spending the summer with you, Grandma, was always happily ever after. I miss your smile, we miss your soul. Hi, this is Stephane Roche, the complicated author. Here we are, season finale. I left my heart in Montreal. We are here, Montreal, Canada. Grandma Tete, this is for you. May Lord be with you, and hopefully we meet again someday. We're gonna get right to it, but first and foremost, please like, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Stephane Roche, the complicated author, and also, Dreams Are Poetic is still on sale on Amazon and Barnes & Nobles for $5. Get it, catch it before the year ends. The price could be going up a little bit, depending, because the next 3 months is Complicated Dreams Takeover. Thank you. This is Stephane Roche, the complicated author. We are now into the first part of Writing My Soul Away, the last episode. I left my heart in Montreal. The motivational aspect. What motivated me to write this poem, I Left My Heart in Montreal, is my grandmother's life has been such a focal point to everyone around her. Through my early birth years, surgery, early childhood, even teenage years, and just watching my grandmother wake up daily and just stick and follow a strict routine. I always wanted her determination, period. I always wanted to be like her in the aspect of she has a regimen and the determination that she follows and never flakes at all. Despite of her health condition that started in the late 90s, my grandmother was a fighter no matter what. Doctors told her she had different types of conditions, but she made sure she followed her diet to a strict line without slip-ups. It was just a straight line. No like crooked line. You know when you draw a line, like a straight line, there's no like slant, or it was just a complete perfect line, as a line can be perfect, which I admire her about. What inspired me, my grandmother inspired me to become a strong-minded person, a strong-spirited individual, and a strong parent. And a strong-minded meaning that do not follow what's in the outside world. Be yourself and always love yourself in every aspect of the way. Spiritually, always put God first over everything. Because without God, there's no me, there's no humanity, there's no life, there's no earth, there's no creation. She stressed that. Also, as a parent, just being, it doesn't have to be a working parent, financial, just mentally being involved for your children, emotionally and mentally, and more in a moral, supportive way. More supportive way. My grandmother had a heart of gold. She cared about everyone. Actually, she would take other people's problems. If she hear about one child and their children having issues, she'll stress about it, she'll take it in, she would just pray on it. Very spiritual, which I admire about her. And she would also overthink, other people's issues. And also she was always high praising and wishing the person good health and prosperity and speedy recovery. So whoever was going through stuff, never wish malice, never wish bad. I'm telling you, like this little lady was an amazing walking spirit. And I'm so happy that I got to know her. I'm so happy that she raised me and helped raise me and support me in every aspect of the way. My grandmother wanted all her children to have a great life. That's why she spent a lot of time with each child in a period of time. Sometimes she'll spend a month or 2 months with me. Sometimes she'll spend a month and 2 months with my other set of cousins. My other set of cousins and her children. Every year, she'll spend time at her home, but every year it was her duty to spend a period of time with her children and her kids, to be involved in every child and grandchild's life, which I admire. Also, my grandmother would try her best to keep the whole family together, keep reunions alive, keep yearly celebrations alive, which I'm grateful for. The unity in the family was her main priority as always. Tete's presence always shined bright everywhere she went. Her presence just set the tone. Every room, every place she went in, she set the tone. They would look at her like, okay, so she is the matriarch of this generation and of this family. Tete also had, she always brought attention in every positive way. Like she'll read Proverbs and connect it with your life. When you're doing something wrong or something's going wrong in your life, she will connect it with the Proverbs, which I found that very, very amazing. Grandma Tete, to me, and will always be the main attraction, my superstar, model of what a woman needs to be to society itself, on how a true mother should represent herself. Thank you, Grandma. Thank you. This is Stephane Roche, the complicated author. Now we are in the psychological and philosophical aspect of I left my heart in Montreal. Grandma, this is for you. This is for you. The psychological effect is understanding my grandmother's morals in life, comforting my mental health throughout my life, drawing a close bond with her due to her major support she provided with me and my family. Psychologically, in a positive aspect, my grandmother tried and sacrificed and brought a lot of good morals in life, such as respecting people's lives, never wanting to interfere into anyone's personal life, and if she didn't need to, always putting God first over everything. I gotta reiterate it. This woman was a very spiritual, deep, and holy person, making sure health and family were the main priority at all times. Grandma Tete always found a way to comfort my mental health in many ways, such as encouraging me to build self-strength, self-confidence, despite on anyone picking on me and calling me ugly, stupid, dumb. She looked at me in the eyes. She said, "You see those two legs you got there? Remember how you overcame it. You had two casts in your foot. Down that hall, you looked me in my eyes. I told you not to move, but I had my arms open. And you just walked towards me with the two casts in your foot." I'm forever grateful. Thank you. Straight through. Tete always gave me hope, no matter what people said. She always enhanced my confidence by making sure, saying that boy is a strong person, he's handsome, I love him unconditionally. Thank you. Due to a person like myself having so much low self-esteem, I took it and felt good. Tete always made sure I poked my chest out. Growing up, she would just say, "Stop slumping and have your belly out. Always poke your chest out. You're a man." You poke your chest out to society. Man, I miss her. Man. Oh, she's so funny. Always poke your chest out to make people respect you. To a higher stature, and never look down. When you look down, it shows a presence of low self-esteem, and people could prey on that. And she told me to poke my chest out as a defense mechanism, especially in school. I was told, Grandma Tete always wanted her children and grandchildren to be at a higher standard in life no matter what. This philosophical aspect of I Left My Heart in Montreal, Stephane Roche, the complicated author, wrote this poem to prepare the mental state if he was to ever lose his grandmother. Again, Stephane Roche, the complicated author, wrote this poem to prepare the mental state of many and himself of when and everyone was to lose their mother and grandmother. He is looking at the positive life of Grandmama Tete accomplishments. Stephane always admired his grandmother so much that she can never do wrong. He would just get very defensive, very defensive, like, oh, leave her alone, like she can't do any wrong. I place my grandmother as a major role model in society on how a woman should carry herself. She showed qualities of loyalty, love, devotion, and commitment no matter what. When the complicated author lost his grandmother in 2021, he became lost, unfilled, and also felt like the family had crumbled into pieces. Despite of us trying to stay in contact with each other, we all felt like there was a major hole on that major table of all of us. And Grandma, that's you that is missing. The main philosophical aspect about Tete representing being the symbol of I left my heart in Montreal. Tete is labeled as the superhero of the family no matter what happens in life. If somebody gets sick, she has a natural remedy and prayer for that person to get better. Listen, in 96, Florida 96, a lot of cousins, family members know I was so sick that I almost lost my life. If it wasn't for you, Grandma, I don't know if I would be here. Let's just put it that way. I don't know if I would be here. Life struggles, potential divorce, she prayed and prayed and prayed for the family to come together. She would take time out of her day to rush into that family and to interfere necessarily if she needs to glue the family together. Let that sink in. No matter what happens to my grandmother, Tete, she remains unflinched and keeps fighting through any obstacle. She fought multiple heart attacks from 2001 to the time of her death. Through a pacemaker, she still was fighting for dear life. Fought through other medical illnesses like high blood pressure, diabetes, but made sure she stuck with her low-carb diet and made sure she stuck with it and remained healthy no matter what. Tete fought and successfully escaped the corrupted government in her early days. Not going to get too much into it, but my grandfather, which was her husband at the time, was working for the government, and my grandfather stood against certain morals that they were doing, and the government didn't like it. So they were looking for my grandfather and my grandmother and all 9 children. They took a boat and escaped and brought all of her kids to here, Montreal, Canada. And this is why I left my heart in Montreal. Now she is gone. My heart remains here. Grandma, my heart will always remain with you. Grandma Tete, You will always, always be remembered in my eyes as the greatest grandmother of all time and my best friend. And may you rest in peace. We love you, Grandma Tete. Again, I left my heart in Montreal forever, and soon again we will meet. Thank you, Grandma. I love you. This is Stephane Roche, the complicated author. Here we are, the season finale. I left my heart in Montreal. Again, Barnes & Noble's Amazon, purchased the book. Dreams Are Poetic. The poem isn't here, but the poem that you saw in the earlier scenes is the extended version of I Left My Heart in Montreal. I felt like I owed my grandmother and myself an extended version. But, however, this extended version will follow up on the Writing My Soul Away Season 1 book revision. So don't be disappointed. You'll be able to read the script or the rough draft or however direction I go with. But thank you, my readers, my fans, my real supporters that actually follow, read my book and my content. I appreciate you all. Like, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Stephane Roche, the complicated author. Until next time and until next season, complicated dreams forever. We're here at the bus stop where you used to sit with me during when we would go to the supermarket and go to extracurricular activities and etc. During this time you would sit with me at the bus stop, you always used to give me quotes from the Bible and tell us about Proverbs, and always prepare for the last days. Grandma Tete, you gave us wisdom in every step of the way. You had a way about your thought process, your quotes always gave us chills. You were always cautious in so many ways. You were always wholly spiritual and fought in so many ways. But even in the eye of the Most High, you had so many great ways. We have pictures, memories, and videos of you laughing and us driving you off the wall and crazy. Now those days are gone. It's nothing but a thought and consciousness. You watching over us will enhance our happiness. Tete, you gave everyone the remedy when they were sick, through prayer, natural medicine, and encouragement through family support. Grandma, you are light. Grandma, you are love. Grandma, you are air. Grandma, you are pain. Grandma, you are healing. Grandma, you are unity. Grandma, you are life. Now that you're gone, me, Stephane Roche, the complicated author, as your grandson, has the final say on the behalf of the family through English, French, Creole. Grandma Tete, I left my heart in Montreal.